Hello and welcome to Time Out, your live daily huddle with Tristan White. I am Tristan White. Today is Monday, July the 13th. Welcome to Time Out. If you are here with me for the very first time, a big welcome to you. If you've been here before, then welcome back. I'm wrapped to be here with you. My name is Tristan White. I'm the founder and CEO of the Physio Co, a healthcare company that exists to help seniors stay mobile, safe and happy. I'm also your host here at Time Out, and I'm really excited to be here with you. Time Out is a space for leaders of teams, business owners, business leaders, and people that are doing important work, possibly working from home, working with their teams, with their families, with their communities. And this is a space for us to check in for 12 minutes a day, to be supported, to be encouraged, to be kept to account, and to continue doing the important work that you are doing. If you are here with me, please hit the thumbs up, maybe even the love button on the post if you're watching on Facebook. We are on YouTube and Twitter as well. And jump in the comments and let me know you're here. I am simply staring at a camera. If you guys are here with me, I'd love you to let me know. And I can see that Marge is here and Pete as well. Welcome to you both. Thanks for being here at Time Out. Pete, I know you've been a bit crook, so I hope you're on the mend soon. Fingers crossed that you're feeling better pretty soon, Pete. So nice. Thanks for being here at Time Out. I know you've been here before, but nice to acknowledge you all the same. So thanking you. All right. Today's Monday the 13th of July. Like every time here at Time Out, we are going to go through three important things. They are what's going on. I'm going to share with you my important priorities that I'm working on in my job at the Physio Co, with you guys at the Culture Delivering crew, and or some personal priorities that I'm working on. It's so important we know what we're working on. It's so important we rank them and list them in priority order and work through them in that order. Secondly, we're going to talk through where are you stuck, any challenges, roadblocks, things that are getting in the way, slowing you down from doing the important work. And last thing, like always, a good news story to share. I've caught someone doing something right today. I'd love for you guys to also catch people doing something right. Share a good news story, always told using a core value as the story, as the basis for telling these good news stories. Core values, a bit like rules, more like guiding principles. That's the plan for today. Ives is here. G'day, Ives. Nice to have you with us from Sydney. Hope all's well for you. Nice to have you with us. Now, I'm about to jump in and start the timer in the top corner of our screen and get going. But firstly, how'd you go on Friday? If you were here on Friday, and if you're watching either live or on the replay, please jump in the comments and let me know how many of your priorities did you get done. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to keep you to account, to cheer if you got them all done, or to support you and encourage you to get even more done if need be. So I'm going to look at my notes and say that I shared 4 priorities on Friday of last week, and I got 3 of them done. 3 out of the 4. So pretty good day. Not quite all of them, but got most of them done. Alrighty, Ives, how'd you go? How'd you go on Friday? I'd love to know how your priorities went on Friday. Drop them in the comments there if you could. I'd love to know how you went. But it is time. Let's start this timer in the top of our screen and get going. 12 minutes and counting. Welcome to Time Out, your live daily huddle for Monday the 13th of July. Let's start, like always, with what's going on. What's going on is what are the important priorities that you're working on and that I'm working on into either today. Now, you can either choose today, the day of Monday, from morning to night, or you can choose a 24-hour period starting now and going through to when we're at Time Out tomorrow. Either way is perfectly fine. And I'm going to share my 2 priorities for my job at the Physio Co. Is that I've got a new rhythm, a new ritual at the Physio Co, and that is that every Monday I call 2 of our clients, 2 of the either elderly person or older person that we're working with and visiting, our physios are visiting to help them stay mobile, safe and happy, or their family member, the person who communicates with us and helps to organise their appointments. Calling them and calling 2 of those people every week to connect, to understand what's working for them, what's not working, how we can keep improving. And secondly, my second priority for the Physio Co is that I've got in my email account, I've got a proposal from someone who will potentially help us to review the branding, the look, the feel of the Physio Co. Not only our logo, but our full look and feel of our brand. The current logo, as an example, has been around since before 2009. I actually don't know the date of when it was brought, but it's more than 10 years old. So it's time to bring it into the 2020s. So reviewing that proposal is my second priority for the Physio Co. Alrighty, now Ives has got a comment here. Let me check out what's going on with you, Ives. Tough week last week mentally, but excited for this week to rebound and have a more productive week. Ives, I appreciate you for putting that into words and typing into the comments. It's not easy to admit when we have the troughs, but they're inevitable. They come. I know they come and they will pass and they will go. I know you had a ripper week a couple of weeks ago with your retreat and your book club, which was fantastic. Sounds like a bit of a dip last week, but it's a new week and I'm here to support you and encourage you as much as I can too, Ives. So good luck with the week ahead, Ives, and I've got your back, mate, so we can have a good week. All right, I always share at least one priority for what I'm doing with you guys here to support emerging leaders like yourselves and to create more content, more resources, more support for people that are doing important work and they want to learn the skills, build the confidence, and be supported to become the best leader they can be to ultimately create another great place to work. And so my one priority for today is to follow up from inside the Culture is Everything Club. Last Friday, we had a learning workshop. The workshop was around the topic of leading yourself first, so then you can better lead others. And today I'm going to just put the finishing touches on and upload a one-page summary of that session so that everyone in the club can follow up, check out the notes, and prepare for the challenge that's coming up on Friday of this week. So that's my priority for the Culture is Everything crew. And a personal priority, last thing, I'm going to share 4 priorities today, and this is the 4th one, the very last one. Personal one is that I need to get together a board report, a little one-page report that goes that I'm a member of the board of our local aged care facility here in Foster. Prom Country Aged Care is the name of the facility, and I need to make sure I've got my report done. And just before time out, I hit send on that, so that is one thing I can already tick off for today. So they're my 4 priorities. That's what I'm working on today in this 24-hour period. What are you working on? I'd love to know what are your 1, 2, 3 important priorities. Ives, if you're here and you'd be willing to share them, I'd love you to drop them in the comments. If you're not quite organised or ready to share today, that's perfectly fine. Ives, understand as well. If anyone else is here, either live or on the replay, feel free. Drop your priorities into the comments here. I'd love to see them. I'd love to support you. I'd love to encourage you. I'd love to keep you to account. If you're not quite ready to share or you'd prefer not to, that's perfectly fine too. Make sure you've got them written down. Make sure you know what your important priorities are. 1, 2, 3 important things to work on your business or on your team to make some progress, to improve, to make a better future. This is not the reactive things we have to do every day, like responding to phone calls and emails and all the support we need to provide for other members of our team and family. This is the things that are going to make the 1% gradual improvements to our teams, to our businesses, to our families, to our futures. That's the important concept here. Alrighty, we're going to move on. I can see that microphone is sort of a little bit in the way there. Let me move that out of the way for a little bit. There we go. That's good. Guys, we're going to move on to the second part of our Time Out Live Daily Huddle, which is called Where Are You Stuck? Where Are You Stuck is a chance to identify a challenge, a roadblock, something that's getting in the way, slowing down momentum. And so let me start by saying that a where are you stuck item can be teeny tiny little thing, like my son Rome would say, little teeny tiny thing, or it could be a very big challenge, like I can't get in touch with a client, they owe us a lot of money, we've got payroll coming up, and I don't think we're going to be able to make payroll unless we can collect the money from our clients who's been owing it to us for the last 65 days. That's a big challenge, that's a big where are you stuck item, and I've experienced something like that in the earlier days of the Physio Co. It is stressful, it is challenging, but unless you know about it, you can't deal with it and try and solve it. Something that can be as small, and here's another smaller one. When we were going to our office at the Physio Co, because we're not going there at the moment, but we've run out of milk. We always have a cuppa after To The Point or after our daily huddle or whatever you might normally do. We've run out of milk. Whose turn is it to go and grab some milk for us? That is a teeny tiny challenge, but an important one. And that's the opportunity in where are you stuck, identify a roadblock, a challenge that's slowing down the team from making some progress and getting on with the important work they're going to do. Now, where are you stuck? That's the question. Have you identified a challenge, something that's slowing you down? I've already mentioned one, and that is that you had a tough week mentally, and that was potentially something it slows me down from time to time. I feel overwhelmed, I feel stuck, I feel challenged, both mentally more often than physically. So I've nice work on identifying that. That could be one. I'm going to share one with you And that is that this is not a big where you're stuck item, but it could be. And he said, I don't feel as planned as I could or should be. I feel like I've been pretty hectic the last few weeks. It's been a busy time. There's been a bit of change happening in the background at the Physio Co. And we've launched the Culture is Everything Club as a second. They're both work-wise. At the same time, we've had school holidays and now back to school at this end as well. So where am I stuck? I'm stuck from having this planner here, which is from last quarter, and I haven't quite opened up the new one, got my goals, got my plan, got my rhythm, got my rituals organized in that planner. And that's an important thing that I need to get done in the next day or so to make sure I can continue to feel, or I can start feeling a bit more in control and less overwhelmed. So that is certainly where you're stuck for me. Now I can see that Ives and KW have put on their priorities up here. So let's check those out. And that is Ives' priority: talk to SMA, Sports Medicine Australia, sports planning. 2, prepare for team meeting tomorrow, which is done. Nice work, Ives, appreciate it. And client journey tutorial with team member. Excellent, Ives, thanks for sharing. KW's here, clean house after school holidays. All right, important, KW, thank you for sharing. Good luck in getting that sorted out today. Alrighty, and Carlo's here. G'day, Carlo. Quite simply, straight back at you, mate. Nice to have you here with us, Carlo. And thanks for being part of our Time Out Live Daily Huddle. All right, 4 minutes left. We are going to move on to the last part of Time Out, and that is a good news story. A good news story told through the lens of a core value. We have to be leaders that catch people doing something right. We have to look for positives. We have to spot them. We have to pat people on the back, praise them, and find opportunities to be grateful and thankful for what's happening around us. And the best way I know about doing that is to catch someone doing something right and tell a story about what they did, the core value or the important guiding principle of your team that they lived, and what the significance of that was. And so core value for today that I'm going to share is a member of our Culture is Everything crew. One of the original members of this Time Out Daily Huddle, who's here semi-regularly at the moment because she's busy with some other things, but which means she's traveling around and she's in Western Australia, so the time doesn't quite suit. But an original member of this Time Out Daily Huddle who's been here many, many times is Carmel. And Carmel's a member of the Culture is Everything crew. She's based in WA, and she's been working away at some important skills over the last few months. And on the weekend, Carmel sent me a message. And what I want to nominate Carmel for is living the Culture is Everything crew value of be patiently persistent. Be patiently persistent is such an important concept. It's one that I've learnt the hard way, but it's such an important concept. And Carmel's lived the value of be patiently persistent as she's, over the last few weeks and months, built some skills, definitely improved her confidence in herself and in her ability as a leader. And she's been engaging with us here at Time Out to feel like she's supported. She's part of a crew that's on a similar journey, that's got we've got our own unique challenges, but the ups and downs and the reality of what life is, both leading a team and being a team member. And on the weekend, Carmel messaged me to say that she had her best team meeting with her team at Active Pet Rehab in WA that she'd had in months, maybe ever, that she had communicated in a clearer way, and that she got much better results and heading towards creating a better future for her and her team. And she did all that by living our core value here of being patiently persistent in learning the skills, building the confidence, and making progress in a support environment. So Carmel, love your work. Thanks so much for being part of this crew. Thanks for living our core value. And thanks for showing us what's possible if you stick at it and keep improving and keep at those small things that sometimes can eat away at us and slow us down, but you've kept at it, and I'm so very impressed with what you've done, Carmel. Keep going is my suggestion for the next team meeting and the weeks and months that are following up with those team members one-to-one to keep the momentum going. Alrighty, with 1 minute to spare, we are through the 3 parts of our Time Out Live Daily Huddle. Now, Jeff's here. G'day, Jeff. Really nice to have you here. Jeffrey Fong, you've been showing up. I really appreciate you being here, Jeff. And I'm going to stick your priorities up on the screen here and make sure we're familiar with them. Priority 1, integrating clinic repairs and maintenance by replacing the floor coverings while continuing working the clinic, normal patient caseload, and speak with bookkeeper about deputy integrating with Xero to prepare the foundations for employing. Jeff, Deputy being a software product that goes with Xero to manage pay slips and timesheets and all that sort of stuff is my understanding. And Jeff writes down here, I am beginning the journey. Jeff, this is awesome. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for bravely putting your comments in. I think that's the first time. Thanks for being here. I'm here to support you, help you, and do everything I can to help you build your team and be the best leader you possibly can. Awesome to have you here, Jeff. Alrighty, I was a tiny bit distracted as the clock ticked down to 0. Guys, thank you. That is the end of timeout for Monday, the 13th of July. I'm Tristan White. I'll be back 1:03 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time every day this week, Monday through Friday. If you've got your priorities sorted, get on with your day. Have a fantastic day. And remember, I'll be back here tomorrow to ask you the question, how many did you get done? Where are you stuck? And do you have a good news story to share with me and all the Cultures Everything crew? For the time being, let me get my finger in the right spot to press the button, get us out of here, and I will see you tomorrow. See ya.